We're also getting more Twitter messages. Keep them coming. This one is asking, hope it's not too late for Vincent Nyama to be in the team. It's too late. He's not part of the team. The defense suffered for lack of communication from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think he has a point. I remember I said I wasn't really going to blame Ejide for all the goals he considered. I thought it was really exposed then by his defenders. But then goalkeeping is not about shot stopping alone. You know, goalkeeping alone, you have to lead from the back. Yeah. You have to communicate well with your defenders, and that's what I thought we missed. We missed Nyama really in that game. Even though I'm not blaming Ejide at all, but then Nyama is not going to be part of this game, and hopefully Austin Ejide will step that aspect of this game up and give a solid foundation to the team in Cape Town.
Let's see more Twitter messages coming now. Shei Oshuntayo says, for Nigeria team to have a result in South Africa, they need a better attitude and character.
No doubt.
Very, very important. I agree with you, Shei, on that. And then this one from Olarewaju. It says, no matter what South Africa does, Nigeria has their number. Even take Kano Pillars to Cape Town, they will beat them. Super Eagles all the way. Olarewaju, this is football.
I'm not sure about that particular.
Anything
can happen. I'm not sure about that particular that last tweet there, but the one before it said it all. Attitude will really matter. You were playing in front of a vociferous crowd and sort of very partisan as well. So you have to be really in the game. You have to be intense, and the best way to do it for me is to take the crowd out of it. And the way you do that is by controlling the game and hopefully getting a very early goal. If you do that, then the crowd, they might just chill out a little bit.
So just the crowd, the players, and I'm talking about the Bafana players are confident. Vilakazi is one of them. Says he knows they can beat the Super Eagles.
Yeah, you're still buzzing. You know, he got 2 goals against Sudan. He came off the bench. Yeah, he can talk. 24-year-old. He is a current PSL Player of the Year. That's the league in South Africa. Very decent player as well too. His first goal against Sudan was a typical poachers and strike in the box. The defenders were just standing around. And the second goal was a beautiful one. A lot of technique and power behind the second goal. So the Super Eagles that really have to watch out for this guy, Vilakazi. He's a very good player. But then looking like the likes of Omeru and Obabina.
Omeru should go and watch that first game. Should go and see that game against Congo and then seal up that defense with Obabona, because I couldn't see the blend. And I was about commending them that with Elderson and Chejile coming back, that we're beginning to see the coordination that they had. And then Congo just said, shut up.
The defense had a shocker in that game. And again, I always said Obabona and Omero, they're the best partnership we have. But going by that Congo game, I'm having a rethink about that. But then, seriously now, against South Africa, they have to be on top of the game. They don't want the likes of Vilakazi to have a free role.
And then start talking. We shouldn't allow that. Super Eagles players, entire Nigeria, hoping, believing, according to Olarewaju, praying that Nigeria beats South Africa so we can actually go to Morocco to defend our title. I'll let you see details of the match. We know it's going to be played 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So for those of you that believe prayers can do it while the Super Eagles are getting ready, you can start praying from 6 p.m. For the Super Eagles. But no jokes, Nigeria should be able to just win this one easily.
Yeah, I wouldn't say easily, but I expect Nigeria to win this game. Like I said earlier, I don't really see anything in the South African team to strike fear into me or the players. So Mikel Emenike is going to start this time around. I think he can handle that defense quite well. And so, yeah, Nigeria should get a win. But I'm not going to call it easily at all.
So that's it. Details of the match and venue, Cape Town Stadium, right there in Cape Town, South Africa. The game will be played tonight, September 10, 2014. Kickoff time, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Everybody, come out, wear your green or your white, represent Nigeria, put on your face cap, mufflers, everything you can to ensure that Nigeria gets the support they need to beat South Africa. We need that victory. And then I promise you, no, not me, the Super Eagles, if you support them and then they win that game, they can go all the way to get the tickets to South Africa, to Morocco for the 2015 African Cup of Nations. Winning is everything. Let's go on a quick break now, and I'll prove to you that winning is everything. Marin Cilic, after winning the 2014 US Open, is relishing the moment, and he believes at this point he can only consolidate Sports This Morning Channels Television to stay.
Can you hold it up?
Just amazing for me still after the final. Sort of a lot of emotions came out, but you know, I still don't feel what I've done, what I've achieved, to be part of the history, to be among all these great champions, and to be part of history that's gonna live forever. And it sort of seemed almost impossible to be among this era and to win a Grand Slam. And just by winning it, it sort of still feels completely unreal.
That's it, Marin Cilic, proving to you that winning is everything. And then the Croatian believes that he can go on to consolidate not just him, his coach Goran Ivanisevic,
yeah.
Who last won a Grand Slam title in 2001 at Wimbledon, believes that his boy can do more.
Yeah, I can understand why. He's 25 years old, great upside to his game. He still has a lot of years to play, so it's very possible. And the talk is him, along with Nikoshiri, are carrying the flag for the new era in tennis.
That's it. That's what we're waiting to see, a new generation of tennis players that will keep doing big things. While Cilic is doing this and believing, and the Murray slips down.
Incredible.
Out of the top 10.
Incredible. It's a shame, really, but I saw this coming. He hasn't been playing too well this season, and what is important is ever since that back surgery after winning Wimbledon in 2013, he struggled really, and so it's not really surprising he slipped down to number 11th in the world, and that's 3-11 just last year. That's a great and deep in form, if you ask me. But that's what happens when you're playing in the men's ATP tournament. It's very tough, and these things happen. But the implication of it is that if Kei's not taken, it won't be making the ATP World Tour Finals in London. The top eight players actually qualify for that one. Right now, Thomas Berdych, he occupies the number 8 position. He has a lot of points to make up to get to Berdych.
What you've just seen is the game between Murray and Novak Djokovic as it just concluded US Open. Djokovic actually won that one. Just to add to what Tayo just said, Murray has fallen from number 3 to 11 in the rankings since having his back surgery in September last year, 2 months after winning the Wimbledon title. Since his operation, he had not beaten a top 10 player until overcoming Joe Wilfred Tsonga in round 4 at Flushing Meadows. Let's leave that. Let's not make it worse for Murray.
Exactly, but before we go, remember the appointment of Amelia Mauresmo. The jury is still out on that. That's it.
That's it. Drama. We're waiting to know what comes out of that. And then some sort of good news. We hope it gets better. Michael Schumacher is out of hospital.
Big news, good news for me. It's not some sort, it's really big news. He's back home now to continue his rehabilitation. It's a good one. It's going 7-8 months now since the accident happened, and it's good to see he's out of coma and he's doing well. Hopefully the rehabilitation actually goes according to plan as well, so we can see this guy back on his feet, not racing obviously.
Exactly, not racing. Just get back on your feet and relax. Still staying with Formula One. The name you're about to hear is everything Ferrari can remember, but then he's having his final pit stop. Luca Di Montezumolo steps down as chairman of Ferrari. It's not been easy, but then he's done a lot of good to Ferrari.
Come on, he's done a lot of good. He's been there 23 years. He's overseen the most successful period in Ferrari's history. So it's a shame to see him go, but then he had to go. They've had a very poor season. It's been terrible for them. They even actually went ahead to have the worst result of the year at the Italian GP last week. That's their own GP. And when Alonso retires, then finish the game, and Kimi Raikkonen came 9th, then you wonder what's going on. So it's not really a surprise for me that he's going.
The last time Alonso retired from a race was in 2006. And Kimi Raikkonen had a good season last year, and then this season it's all been going bad for Ferrari.
Yeah, it's a shame really. And just to round up on this particular issue now, what is happening in Mercedes now between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg? That's what I thought was going to happen for the Ferraris. I thought it was going to be a great contest between him and Raikkonen, two former world champions, but then they've just been really bad.
That's it. But then we like what Daniel Ricciardo is doing. We're not talking about Sebastian Vettel. I keep talking about this. I like the competition the young guy is giving to Vettel. So, and that's what we want. Nico Rosberg and Hamilton doing their thing. Ricciardo dealing with Vettel.
Come on, he's not dealing with Vettel. What is happening is Vettel is tired of winning.
All right.
Come on, he's tired. Come on, he's just chilling.
Winning is everything.
Yeah,
I like the competition Daniel Ricciardo is giving to Vettel. Let me just quickly read this from Montezemolo. It's a very touching one. It says, this is the end of an era after almost 23 marvelous and unforgettable years. According to him, it has been a great privilege. Let's leave that aside and quickly talk about some of the results from the 2016 Euro qualifiers.
Yeah, Africa, we're doing our thing. They're doing theirs in Europe as well too. My mind focuses on Italy again. Antonio Conte's dream start continued yesterday when they won 2-0. Courtesy goals from Zaza, Simeone Zaza and Leonardo Bonucci. It was a great result for them. They went away to beat Norway. Norway, they're not an easy side to play. Another results there. Another very key one is Wales 2-1 over Andorra. Wales, Gareth Bale, 2 goals again. I think he's really dealing with that big price tag on his back. He's dealt well with it. He's continued to play at a very high level. And a very important result there again is Czech Republic actually beating Netherlands. It's not going well for Goza Eden Qatar. So that's 2-2, no wins. Not a good one.
It's not a good one. And then when you see that result, you start saying Nigeria should not in any way play with a game against South Africa. That's all I'm thinking, and I'm sure you are also thinking the same thing, that how can Nigeria just get into that field 7 p.m. and just get all 3 points and return, get ready for the next game. I just can't wait for us to travel to Brazzaville and then beat Congo, punish them the same way they did to us in Calabar. That's it. That's where the final whistle goes off on this edition of Sports This Morning on Channels Television. But there's still so much to talk about, and we'll keep talking about them on our social media platforms. On Twitter, we're Channels_Sports, and on Facebook, we're Channels-Sports. On behalf of the ever-dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, my name is Austin Okunakpan. The Super Eagles of Nigeria takes on South Africa tonight, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Keep rooting for them and believe that the Super Eagles will win. And as you do so, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.